28th of December 2017. Oh! Hey, we're there. Hi folks, welcome. Yeah. So, I've got this pot here and it's trimmed, and I was just trying to think about how I was going to decorate it, what I was going to do to it. And this is a challenge, isn't it? We come to a point, where we're going to decorate a pot, and we think, how on earth am I going to decorate that? What am I going to do? It's just like this. We've got so much freedom. There's so many things that we can do. Whether we decorate it now at this stage by fluting it or scratching it or engraving it, which would involve having to do it now while it's like leather hard, or that we take wax and do some wax decoration on it. So it's always a challenge, isn't it? So what I was thinking of doing with this one, and it's, there's many things you could do with this pot. Really, there really are many things. Many possibilities. I needn't do anything at this stage. I could just let it dry out and glaze it, and then do an overglaze decoration, couldn't I, with pigments, with iron oxide and cobalt. Or I could put a slip over it, and then I could carve through the slip, sort of like a sgraffito, and then put a white glaze over the top. Like I'm going to do with these, which I'm already in the process of raw glazing. These have had their first coat of glaze on the inside, and they're waiting now for the second coat on the outside. But I've done a sgraffito there, you see. In other words, the iron oxide slip, and then let it dry, and then scratch through it. That can give quite a nice effect. Or like what I'm trying to do now is, like say with this small open bowl, is do some kind of work on it at this stage, which is what I'm thinking of doing. Brain cells are working hard. So what I've decided I'm going to do with this is I'm going to flute it from there down to here. Let me just bring the camera down a minute, and hopefully you can see what I'm on about. So what I've done is, so I'm kind of flute it from about here down to about there. Okay, in that top section, but in the middle of the flutes, I don't know if you can see, I've penciled out here some areas. There's 4 windows, you see, that a bit hard to see, aren't they, because of it's only lightly done in pencil. So there's 4 windows, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now they won't be fluted. So when I bring down the flute, it's going to stop there, each flute, just by the window, you see. So that area there will be like an island, if you like, in the middle of all this flutes. There'll be 4 islands, 4 windows, and into each of those windows, I'm going to do another little motif or something different just inside. I don't know what yet, but So yeah, as I say, so it's going to come down to about here. And I've got a couple of lines. I don't think you're going to see them very clearly. Oh yeah, there. You see those lines there? They go all the way around. So, and from below those lines down to the bottom, there's a bit of a. You see, I've trimmed an area there like that. So that in that bottom section there, just there, I'm going to take the potato peeler and I'm gonna peel this area. Yeah, I'm gonna peel it. Peel it, man, peel it. Yeah. So yeah. So that's the plan. You know, I sort of try and imagine using my iPad. No, not my iPad. The screen of my mind. Yeah, each one of us has got an iPad, haven't we, in our mind? They call it the mind's eye. Don't forget that you got it. The mind's eye. So use your mind's eye to try to imagine. You see, this is what I'm trying to do. Now, another way you can help your mind's eye is to sketch it out. You could sketch it out on a piece of paper to get some. So yeah, I'm just sketching here on the. I'm sketching here on the table. You see, I'm just trying to. Yeah, that's a very good way actually to envision a form or a decoration. Yeah, so something like that, and then coming here like this, across there, that's like that, and then that's like that. A couple of lines probably here, and then at the bottom here, let's bring the camera down so you can see it. I want to encourage you to do this, you see, have a go. It's not all that clear, is it? Because I'm doing it on the bench, but the form coming down here like this, across here, like that, and then these. Yeah, this bottom bit here, sort of like, it'll be kind of scalloped with that potato peeler. That gives an effect that looks a bit like that. Don't know if you can see that. Yeah, so, and then in each of these individual windows, you see, gonna put a motif. I'm not quite sure what the motif will be, but yeah, you're getting the picture. You're getting the picture. You see what I mean? Yeah. Well, yeah, and here, of course, I said it's going to be fluted, so there's going to be lines coming down here, you see, like this. Yeah, the flutes follow the form, you see, always. So as they come out to the side here, they bend, don't they? Something like that. Sorry, it's not a good sketch, is it really? It's just to show you. If I really thought about this beforehand, I'd probably got a bit of paper and done it on a bit of paper to show you. But it's okay. Just do it. You see, it doesn't matter. You haven't got to be all posh and get a bit of paper and do it all like, you know. Yeah, no, a sketch. It's a quick sketch. You know, just Do it. Do it on your... Do it on the workbench. Don't worry. Yeah. Okay, folks. There it is. That's it. That's the clip today, right now. It's just yeah, because that's exactly what I was doing. I thought, well, this actually make a good topic for a clip, because it's something we all have to do. You see, we all arrive at a place, don't we? When we made our pot, we've got to decorate it in some way. So sometimes it's helpful to take a pencil, sketch it out on the pot, maybe do a decoration on the bench, all right, or on paper, and to help you encapsulate, to crystallize the idea in your thinking a little bit, so you can envision it on the tablet of your mind's eye. You can begin to see it. You see, it's really important, I think. Anyway, I hope that video has been helpful to you, and yeah, go to my website. We've got 2018 workshop dates up there. If you want to come here on a workshop, a keep practicing workshop, open to beginners, all right, and also more advanced people. Most of the people who come on my workshops here, on keep practicing workshops, I would describe them as beginners, really. Although some people say, oh, they've been doing it for 5 years and they think of themselves as intermediates and all the rest of it. Well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you think you are. Just come, and whatever level you are, I'm sure you'll find that you will learn something. So, yeah, just to encourage you, if you're thinking, oh, I don't think I'm good enough to go on one of his workshops, because it'll all be full of other people who are all experts, and I don't feel I'm very good. I've only been potting for 6 months. I've only been potting for 3 months. Don't worry, just come. It's probably better that you come rather than you go and learn some... everybody learns from somebody different, and everybody's got their own ideas about how to make pots. I try to teach people what I think is a good method, and I'm not saying it's the only method. I'm not saying it's the best method. I'm just saying it works for me. And so yeah, if you're a beginner, don't worry, just come. And doesn't matter, we're all beginners. What does it matter? Those of us who think, oh, we're experienced, yeah, we all need to become like children, don't we? We all need to sort of humble ourselves a bit and just sort of be prepared to learn, I think. I think that's the way, There's no room for a kind of haughty, proud spirit. I don't think. People who think that they've arrived and they think that they've made it. I feel sorry for them, quite honestly, because you're never going to get to the end of learning, are you? In this life, how many lifetimes are you going to need to learn to be humble, maybe, or to learn pottery? We need at least 6 lifetimes, don't we, even to scratch the surface. It's just... So just come, however you are, whoever you are, just come. And we'll all learn together. Hey, I'll see you soon. Keep practicing. Bye for now. Dee, 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 dee.